There's a growing sense of unease among Australia's workforce.
If masses of people get laid off, it's going to dilute that workforce, and all of a sudden getting jobs is going to be a lot harder.
I feel sorry for the younger generation. They've got no future whatsoever.
Costs keep rising, so business owners are pulling back where they can.
As things got tight, as the costs went up, something had to give, unfortunately, and it was the staff that had to let go of.
And it's not just small operations slashing staff.
The jobs of thousands of BHP employees across the state are in limbo.
West Australian mining company Fortescue will axe about 700 jobs across its global operations.
The unemployment rate edged higher in June to 4.1%. That's despite more than 50,000 jobs being created and nearly 10,000 workers joining the jobless queue. It's because more people joined the labour force by starting work or looking for a job, pushing up the participation rate.
The Australian labour markets continue to move through the softest of soft landings.
Westpac's economics team hasn't ruled out more layoffs.
When we look at business surveys, responses around the labour market have softened over the last few months. So we may be coming into a bit more of an unsettled period for the labour market more generally.
For those out of work, it is getting harder to find a job. Data from job ad platform Seek reveals the number of roles being advertised fell 1.5% in June and 17.1% over the past 12 months. More people are applying for each role. That jumped 3% in May. So competition for the jobs being advertised is getting tight.
The applications per job ad, which is our measure of candidate availability, is very elevated. There is a lot of interest in candidates looking for other opportunities. One of the main drivers for that is actually people wanting to find roles that pay better to try and respond to the cost of living crisis.
Lee Broderick from Seek also says salaries are starting to retreat.
Advertised salaries at the moment is still relatively high. It's just over 4%, and that's in line to the wage price index that the ABS publishes. What we're seeing month to month is that figure is coming back slightly.
The big question, of course, is whether this latest jobs reading will determine the Reserve Bank's next interest rate decision. Most economists don't think it will. The June quarter inflation data, due just days before its August meeting, will have a much bigger sway.
It does depend very much on the June quarter CPI read, not just the headline or the trim mean measures, but also the complexion of inflation in the quarter, how much of it is being driven by domestic factors, how much of it is relating to sectors where we could expect to see more subsiding inflation. So it will be quite a nuanced update.
In the event it comes in higher than expected, a 14th rate hike isn't out of the realm of possibility.